Hello, everyone. My name is Moritz, and today I want to start a new journey. I want to record myself like I'm doing right now every day until the unknown future, and hold myself accountable for my progress in life. By doing so, I want to include many aspects, if not all of the aspects, of my life. And that includes working out, it includes my nutrition, includes my activities throughout the day, includes my work, includes everything. And the reason why I want to do this because I want to have a really good life. And I think to do certain things you have to lock in. And hence the name of this channel. So this is my first video where I want to start this process. And so I want to start with some of my basic statistics or basic metrics that I want to keep showing you every day. And it's mostly for myself, but maybe there are some people on their way throughout this journey that want to follow along and find it inspiring. And so I am using this app called Macros First, sorry, and it helps you to track your nutrition, and so it helps you to track your macros. Macros include fats, carbohydrates, and protein. I am working out. I have been practicing sports, and I have been working out for many years. I started doing some sort of martial arts when I was young, and then switched into swimming for a few years, and then continued on doing athletics for a few years. And I was quite chubby when I was young, but now I will include progress pictures over the days and weeks and months. But now I'm in a pretty decent physical state. I consider myself relatively fit. Last Sunday, which was yesterday, today's Monday, June 9th, 2025. Yesterday was Sunday, and our gym is closed on Sundays, and so that's why I went for a run. So yesterday I ran 10 kilometers in, I think, 52 minutes. It's about 6.2 miles. And a week prior, I ran 13 kilometers in an hour 17. That was without any stops. Last weekend, yesterday, I did have some stops because I got lost in the forest. But yeah, so currently, as you can see, I will show this to you. So, for example, for tomorrow, my goals, let me put it here. So these, hope you can see it, these are my nutrition goals. We have 200 grams of protein, 300 grams of carbs, 90 grams of fat, and about 2,800 calories. And this is a slight deficit for my body type and my physique and my activity level. I am about 6 feet 3 and 3 inches. It's about 1 meter 89, 190, something like that. And I weigh currently around 90 kilos, 190 pounds or so, 195, something like that. And I want to show you every day what I'm eating, for example. So today, for example, you can see my stats here. I ate pretty well. I like to overshoot the protein and keep the fats low. They were a bit high today. But that's the idea. I will probably take you along throughout my day. I usually start my day with a cardio session of half an hour in the morning, followed by a shower, and then work throughout the day, and then carry out some sort of lift in the afternoon for about an hour, then go to the sauna for half an hour, and then work a bit more in the afternoon or evening. And I kind of want to also bring you along my workout journey, because I want to really lock in with that too. And I'm using a different app for that, and it's called Heavy, Hevy. And so with the other app, the Macros app, you can see my active streak is 196. So that means I've actively logged my nutrition for the last about 200 days, over half a year now. And I started with the heavy a bit later, but here you can see my workout throughout the last months. It looks like 109 workouts in I don't know how many days. Yeah, and I want to update you on this. I will probably at the end of every day's vlog or video, I want to include a screenshot of my nutrition. So that probably will look similar to something similar to this, or maybe even more detailed. I don't know yet. We'll see. And the same is also true for my workout. Today, for instance, was back and morning cardio session. And I might be also more detailed with back, because I want to just, for myself, log what I did every single day, and also share that with everyone in case they're interested. But I really try and, in a way, maximize my potential in my life. And I think there's kind of 3 pillars that I want to hit. Those 3 pillars include physical, mental, and intellectual, in a way, peak performance. And by physical, I mean just physically being fit as I can, anatomically speaking. Intellectual, I mean being very active with my mind, working in a sense, working a lot. I have an academic job in a sense, and by further learning and working on trying to really be on the cutting edge in terms of the research I'm conducting and the knowledge I have and learn every day, to really be intellectually dominating a little bit, or like just towards peak performance, if there even is a peak. And then mentally also, because I think everything is driven by your mental strength. And if you can dominate mental strength, or if you can really be mentally strong, I think that's extremely powerful. And throughout this journey that I want to take everyone on, I want to maximize that. I want to really work on that. And I think by having this accountability of turning the camera on helps me, or I want to monitor every single step throughout this journey in achieving or trying to achieve this dominance in mental, physical, and intellectual dominance, in a sense. Not necessarily dominance, just like towards peak performance, if there is a peak. Because I feel like in a sense it's limitless, but in a sense there is a limit. And so we will see. And I want to take you along just for, I think it's a lot of fun. I think I'm very excited because I think it's, first of all, a lot of fun to do it. I find a lot of contentment in working on self-improvement. And I think this is a core piece of that. And throughout, I usually also do some hiking in the weekends, or some other activities that I also obviously want to include. but it's supposed to be some sort of daily upload of what I did that day, what workout I did, and what I ate and how I slept, basically. So a physical upload, a physical data dump of my personal routine and how that progresses over time. And I don't know yet where those recordings will happen. Probably mostly my car when I'm moving between places, when I'm driving home from work, or when I'm driving to the gym in the morning or after the gym to work. We'll see. And yeah, I want to include you in those because I think that's great and it will hold me accountable for my journey. And so I want to probably start tomorrow. I mean, this app that I'm using also tracks your weight. My last weigh-in was 89 kilograms on June 4th, 5 days ago. I usually like to weigh in the mornings with an empty stomach, ideally after you've gone to toilet, but I'm usually I don't go to toilet in the mornings before my breakfast, so it's usually before I go to the toilet, if that makes sense. If I was to weigh myself after going to the toilet, it's usually after breakfast, so makes it a bit tricky, but yeah, that's me, and we'll see where this journey goes. We'll see if I'll stick to it and where we'll go with this. I think it will be extremely exciting, and yeah, I'll take you along. It's going to be a wild ride. I think it's going to be a grind. It's going to be a situation or period where I will lock in as much as I can. And I think I have been locked in for a while. I've been consistently working out every day for about the last 6 months or more. Before that, I've been working out several times a week. Not so much with tracking my nutrition, but that's when I started. And we'll see where it goes. And currently, I will go through these things probably more often. But currently, my workout split is I do legs, arms, chest, back, and then rotate. Sometimes I switch things up a little bit depending on how my body's feeling. So let's say if I did legs, for instance, they're usually quite intense, quite fatigued after 3 or 4 days still. Maybe sometimes throw in a accessory day or complementary day where I do abs, for instance, or I used to do I think abs and shoulders sometimes. Now I'm kind of trying to throw in shoulders a little bit at the end of back day, which is what I did today, for example. And I also, one time I did abs and forearms. That was also not bad. But since then I've tried to throw in forearms at the end of arm workouts. So we'll see how things go. Also, because my gym is closed on Sundays, I sometimes trying to flip things around that I can do something really long, cardio-oriented on Sundays, outdoors. For example, running or kayaking. I'll also bring along the kayaking trips, obviously, if I can. And yeah, I think that's the plan. And so, for example, yeah, if for instance, kayaking is quite ab and back intense arms or so, not as much chest, for instance. So I would sometimes flip around the workout a little bit based on how my body is feeling and what availability I have the day off or the day after or the day prior to a certain workout. So yeah, I think that wraps it up for my first little upload, first starter. As I mentioned, today is June 9th, 2025, and from tomorrow onwards, I will probably start with more of a daily upload thing, what I did that day, and how I spent my time. And I've also seen, for instance, today online that it's projected that the younger generation, will spend the majority of their life on screen. And that's probably true. And I think by making these recordings, I'm not going to decrease my screen time, but I think I'm going to become more aware of what I do every day. I think I'm quite aware already and have a pretty extreme or pretty set out routine laid out already. But yeah, I'm just curious where this thing will go. It's about 10 p.m. right now. I just left the office, and because I currently live in Alaska, we still have the sun out, so that's pretty cool. And we'll see where things go. I'm very thankful that I can do this, and I think it's going to be really great. And let's see where the journey takes us, or takes me and takes us, if there's anyone watching at some point. Thank you.